Hey everyone, Kyle Meinke here from MLive&apos. Lions back at it this weekend against the Philadelphia Eagles. 1 o'clock kick Sunday at Ford Field. The Lions need a win desperately. They've lost 3 in a row. That one against Chicago last week was probably the worst of the season. One of the worst in this whole stretch of two really slow starts under Jim Caldwell. I mean, the Bears they are a terrible team. They were down their quarterback. They were down a couple of running backs. They were down a couple of guys from their front seven. They were down a cornerback. I mean, the list goes on. And the Lions not only didn't score an offensive touchdown that game, they didn't even lead in that game. And now the task gets no easier this week against the Philadelphia Eagles. This is one of the hotter teams in the league right now. They have a ball-secure offense behind Carson Wentz at quarterback. They have not turned over the ball even once this year, which is kind of surprising with a rookie back there. But they did a nice job of distributing the ball throughout the offense, keeping Wentz out of situations for risky plays and bad decisions. They get back Zach Ertz this week too, likely at tight end, and that's a huge problem with the Lions because they've had huge issues covering tight ends, even the bad ones, and Ertz is one of the best. They've had miscommunication issues, and they've had talent issues and injury issues at linebacker. I think the return of Ertz and certainly the play of Wentz helps to exploit something like that. I just think this is a really bad matchup for the Lions. It's not just a matter of a bad team versus a good team. It's a matter of some of the Eagles' strengths in terms of ball security, in terms of top defense. They can exploit Lions' weaknesses. They are not generating turnovers right now. They are second worst at getting off the field in third down. That's a nasty mix. It explains a lot of why the Lions have struggled as much as they have. Obviously, getting back DeAndre Levy and Ezekiel Ansah would help address a lot of those concerns, but that's not going to happen this week. Those guys are both out. The Lions are going to have a really difficult time, I think, slowing down the Eagles consistently, especially. But on offense, the Lions are also down Eric Ebron, in addition to Amir Abdullah, in addition to probably Dwayne Washington, who's doubtful. That means the Lions are going to be relying on some combination of Theo Riddick and Zach Zenner. That's not very encouraging for the Lions. Their usage of Zenner this year speaks volumes about how they view this guy as a rusher. He wasn't even active the first 2 weeks, and in the third week, after Abdullah went down, they activated Zenner but did not play him on any offensive snaps. They went with a 2-man rotation instead. And so the Lions talked positively this week about Zenner and his ability to make the most of opportunities. But I think there's a reason to be suspect too of the depth and talent that the Lions have, especially if they can't get more production out of the run blocking, and that's been a huge issue too. Because if Riddick has a lane, he knows how to hit it. He's an evasive guy, but there have not been that many lanes the past couple of weeks, and that could be an issue for the Lions too. I think Matthew Stafford continues to play well, but down Ebron, no Golden Tate to speak of this season, down a couple of tailbacks. I think the Lions are going to be in a very difficult spot offensively and defensively. I just don't think they'll do enough to be able to keep up in this game. I got the Eagles winning this game 27-23.